So you are going to be doing some mat. You're going to inhale, and on your exhale, curl up and curl down. I'm going to start without the foam roller myself, but if you want to use it, please do. I'm going to let my hamstrings warm up. And up. Good. There you go, Polly. Now I think I'll be able to see you well. All right, take 4 more. Neck is soft, shoulders are soft. You want to try to feel each vertebra on that lower back. So you push them down before you lift up. So hold the next one up where your hips are level. I'm going to take the arms overhead as an option. Another option is to interlace the fingers underneath the low back. So hold 10, just enjoy a full breath. Breathe in your nose. Your belly, your ribs, and your chest. Try to expand them as much as you can. So we're going to start with a big breath, diaphragmatic. You want to feel like your torso is a balloon. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose, and then lower your spine down. Take a happy baby for a moment. Your hands go to your feet and pull the knees on either side. Inhale, and there's Michelle, hello, and then stretch out your legs so it's more like a V. We're going to just take a little stretch here. Toes back, 5. Add ankle rolls if you would like. Inhale. Good, and then exhale, come back up. Now we're going to take a belly down. Belly down is swans. Again, you can use your foam roller if you'd like. I'm going to show it without it first here. So inhale, lift up your back. Now let your hands assist you. Go up higher and exhale lower. And then we're going to warm up the back with repetition. So inhale before we hold it. And then come up, lift, good, and lower. Looking good, guys. Let's do 3 more of these repetitions. Up and lower. The inhale helps you get higher. So you might notice already that you could get higher than the first one. That looks great. Head back, cool, and then 1 more. Now we're going to just hold this next one. Here we go. Elbows are pointing towards the floor, and beautiful. 10. Shoulders are down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now lower down in either a child's pose or a down dog. You choose. Just some type of restorative pose. 10. And then come back down. Now once you're down, your hands could be beside your hips, so you have this external rotation. Palms face the floor. Lift up your back. Now you're welcome to lift your toes if you would like as a bonus. Every time you inhale, go with it, go a little higher. And there's no reason for tension in the wrist. You just have them neutral. You have them as an extension of your forearm. They don't have to be excessively bent, flexed, or extended. So let your breath lift you up and the wrists just go along for the ride. Inhale. Now recover for a moment, and we're going to go into a possibly an interlaced finger position at the lower spine. So one hand could be back and then the other. If that doesn't work out, put them beside your hands beside your hips again. Inhale, lift up. Awesome. You can add your toes if you would like. Good. Lift. Lift. Let the breath lift you. Yeah. Yep, toes are an option. 2. And on the 1, either a child's pose or a down dog. You choose. Take a little recovery. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then come back down. This next one is a breaststroke. So these are different ways to build strength in your upper back. Pretend you're swimming. Draw a big circle with your arms. And lift up. Up. You can flutter your legs if you'd like. One more. Awesome. All right, press back into a child's pose. Grab a sip if you would like. Inhale. Good. Yep. And nice. Yep. And then if you can, I'm going to offer two things. You can do a squat posture, or you could do a happy baby. So squat posture, if it doesn't feel good, there's also a kind of an in-between modification, which is you put a yoga block under your pelvis, or you could do happy baby. Good, Polly. 5, and I'm going to add on those hands. 5, 4, 3, 2, really good. All right, see if you can stand up without using your hands to touch your legs or the floor. So come, yes, okay, great. Now for a moment, keep going. I'm going to tilt this up a little bit. You're going to take a tree pose, 1 foot balance. Find a way that serves you. Inhale. And I'll show modified today. So you could go up higher if you'd like. You could go touch toes if you need. You could go even higher. Yeah, there you go. If you want to add on a shoulder stretch, go for it. And we'll do a 10 here. Good. And you can make the transition just as graceful as the pose. So you lower down, take a moment. Now this leg, you could take in a low calf, a low tree if you need to modify. You could go up to your calf. You could go up to your inner thigh. I'm going to go over some cues. The pelvis is stable wherever you are. The option here was that if you wanted to add on, your hands might touch in the back. Yeah. Yep, your foot could be high, it could be low. I'm just showing different ways. Take a full breath. And then your transition is just as graceful or balanced. Really good. And then lower down. Nice job. We're going to do one quad stretch here. So this is just a one-legged balance. Your one hand goes back to the foot. And there's a little rib tone here. So your pubic bone pulls up, your ribs pull down, your arm could go up. So just in case you're doing any extra traveling coming up, the front hip is usually in flexion in a car. That a girl, good Polly, I love it. So this is a great pose if you took a stop outside at a rest stop or driving, get gasoline. Now you can also, or do this in your kitchen, you can also add on. This is the dancer pose. 10. Good. You're doing great, Polly. Stay there. 9, 8. Good. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Get ready. Float up. 1 foot down. Hands down. Take a moment. Now one arm goes up. You'll just switch sides, Polly. Hand to your foot. Try to pull the ribs down a little bit and the pubic bone up a little bit. Good. This looks great. Heart up. Get ready. Take another inhale. You got it. Possibly add on. You don't have to. You could just stay right there. 10. Yep. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now inhale, good girl, come back up. And then Polly, we're gonna do a couple standing things. Now, once you're up, take about just 10 of your calves. Just wanna sort of touch base with these if you're traveling at all, or if you've spent more time than usual sitting over the holidays, even just getting up and doing some calf raises helps the blood flow. Every hour if you can, if you find you're sitting for more than an hour, just to get up and move 10 calf raises or walk in place 5. you know, 5 minutes or do a chore. But anyway, just to get that blood flow. Nice. And now, if you're able to, just take a set of 10 squats. So if you're not able to, you're welcome to do 10 more calf raises or some other, maybe a wall sit. But just to have some basic calisthenics in our repertoire. 5, there was that study that 30 squats after dinner, after eating a meal, drastically reduced the glucose, or helps with insulin sensitivity. So it's just like little tricks that can help. Take 2 more. You got it. Now I want to offer that if you would like to do a single leg squat, you can, but if you feel like that is something that's not good for you, please do a double squat or a calf raise. 10, 5, there you go, Betty, 8, and then stand up. Good job. Did you surprise yourself how well that went? That was good. Now the other leg, your option 1 is just to do 2 foot, but if you would like, put that ankle on. Next off, 10. Good. We hadn't done these in a while, so I thought I'll throw these in today. 3, strong quads. 4, 5, good. 6, 7, 8, 9, woo, and then 10. Really good. Nice job. So I'm going to do one more here, which is the cow face. That could be your pose, or have a seat. That could be your pose. Possibility, right foot crosses once or twice. It's basically a one-legged squat, isn't it? 10. Just some things we hadn't done in a while. 4. Take that inhale. Up. Now you're going to switch your arms. Try to clasp your fingers if you can. Here we go. Now you could do that or have a seat. Or lift up a foot. That's another, right here's a really good modification. Or wrap once or twice. 10. Good. Take that inhale. And then exhale to come back up. Nice job. I'm going to give us 10 wall push-ups. So it's sort of like I'm sprinkling things you can do if you're up and about. Now you could do them on the floor if you'd prefer, but if you can do them on the wall, that's fine. If you can do them on the toes or the knees, just sort of having an idea, a handful of exercises you know you can do, even if you're traveling, if you're at someone else's house, whatever, in the middle of your own day, something you can do in your kitchen. All right, 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, and 1 more. Awesome job, guys. So now we're going to just grab a sip, and I want to let us do a few plank variations. So I'm mixing up how the modifications and challenges are. Please listen to your body, but if you care to add a challenge, you're going to have the foam roller at one end. If you would just use the floor, that is fine too. So if you choose to have a challenge of the foam roller, you're up with your shins on it, and no matter what, floor or foam roller, you're going to shift forward and back. Now the benefit of these is you are really working your abs to maintain form when your body's shifting. So make sure the belly doesn't droop. Good. 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, and recover for a moment. All right, the next one's going to be a dolphin and then a plank, which means you lift your hips and then you go to plank. So it can be done on the floor or the foam roller. Please choose your poison. So lift up your hips and then go to plank, your option. Lift your hips and go to plank. Now if you're on the foam roller, toes point in. That way you have a little shin roll out and it doesn't roll your bone. Either way, on the floor or on the roller, these are really effective. I do like the way it rolls out my muscles of my lower legs if you're on the foam roller. Try 3 more. Try 2 more. Try 1 more. Okay, now bend for a moment. Good job, guys. We're going to take another posture where it's up to you, but what you'll do is a little hip dip, right, left, right, left. You can do this on the foam roller or on the feet on the floor. Now dip your hip left, dip your hip right, dip it left, dip it right. So you want to feel little obliques here. 8 more, 7, 6, 5, 4, good. 3, 2, and 1. Recover for a moment. The next ones are either going to be an inchworm, which is knees in and out, or you're going to take the right knee in and then the left knee in. So I'll show you both ways. So Polly, your feet are on the floor. You're going to put one knee in and then the left knee in. And you guys that have the roller, you can bend both knees at the same time. So it's an inchworm. And just take a 10 total. So you're breathing in and out, not holding your breath. Take 2 more. And then recover. Nice job. All right, we're going to take a sip because we're changing core blocks. So what we'll do is the side core or the planks that are sideways. Your feet could be on the foam roller. Your feet could also be on the floor. They could be on the arc. Come up. Take this top arm. We're going to exhale, rotate. Exhale, rotate. Your arm could also go further behind you. We're going to do 5 of these. So I'm at 3. Good. 4. 5. Now this top arm, draw humongous circles. So even go behind you a little. 1. Big, big, big. 2. 3. And you're doing great. I'm going to have us do 5 the other way. If you're getting tired, rest. 5, but if you can, stay up. Hips lift. I'm having this urge that we need those shoulder flexibility, mobility exercises. So this other side, you can do plank on the roller. You can do plank on the floor or the arc. Lift up. And then your top arm, it's a little bit behind you if you want that stretch. Rotate. Now inhale. Exhale. Now open up. And exhale. 3, 4. Okay, so this big circle, it's in all planes. 2, big. 3, lift your hip. 4. Good. 5, the head's against an imaginary wall. You're doing great. 5, breathe in. 4, 3, yep, do the best you can, Polly. 2, we did a long hold up here. 1, really good job. Now the next one, please do what you need. It could be one of a few things. It could be reverse plank. It could be reverse plank long legs on the roller or on the floor. If you need another plan, it could be bound angle. 10. Good, or forearms. 2, 3, good. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and recover. Lower your hip for just a moment. We'll take one forearm stretch on each side. Elbows long. And then we're going to do the other one. Awesome. Grab a sip if you like. We're going to do a counter pose that's similar called bow pose or Dhanurasana. So when the core has been worked, it's really nice to stretch it out. So what we did was work the core with planks. Now your belly's down. Bend one knee. I'm going to see, can you reach your foot? Bend the other knee, reach your foot. And then if you can reach both, lift up. 10. Yeah, and don't worry, we're going to do 2 sets. 2. Yep, 3. Nice little extra lift. 3, 4. Woo, balance. 5, 6. looking good. 7, 8, 9. Lower for a moment. Either do the other foot or do a second set. Here we go. 1, 2, good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That a girl. 9. It's getting better all the time. 10. Hot dog. Okay, so you're here. Take your hands, your back up, then your hands help you. Then when you come down, your legs start coming up. So swan with your legs, swan with your upper body, swan now legs up. So you get the feel. You are welcome to do this move, or the next time you're up in your torso and your hands are up there, you could let go and keep your back extension once or a few times. I'm going to look, and slowly is another option. Good, breathe, enjoy. We're going to do one more where we hold it. So find a place that feels like maybe it's a little higher. 10. And awesome. Child pose, toes under. Let's stretch out those feet, shall we? Either stay there with your toe under pose or sit up on your shins with your toes under. Do your option that you need, or go back and then lift your hips. Good. Please listen to your body. If you would like, let your fingers go. Option, you can come up, please listen to your body, or just stay down and do a child's pose, and then you can come back down. Easy peasy, right? Okay, now we're gonna get rid of all the props for a moment. Your shins are down. Good job. Open up a foot. Make sure this knee's happy. Come down for 6 reps, like a lateral flexion, like you're in a toaster slot. Add a rotation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Find a place that's pretty challenging. 6. All right, take a finger down. Now, if you do need a prop here, like a yoga block, that's fine. Keep going, I'm going to show it without. Here we go. Foot in line, go over. Favorite lateral flexion, any kind of rotation you need. Stay here if you want, or if you want to do a Maldrasana, go for it. Please just stay there if you need to though, but this is the option. 10. And then exhale down. That's one of my favorite poses. So I'll sneak it in the Pilates class, even though it's really a yoga pose. So here we go, other side. So what we've done is set ourselves up in a long, straight line from crown to foot. And I want you to feel your obliques pull in, your belly pull in. Arms harder is this way, arms easier is this way. Now we're gonna add that rotation. You dip, turn just your torso, not your legs. 3, 4, good, arms how you need it. Okay, we've got a pulse, so find a place. 1, 2, 3. Everybody looks good. Now the fingers come down. If you need a yoga block underneath your hand, use it, or a foam roller, or you can fold your knuckles. That's another way. Lift up that hip. So it's an inside job. You have to lift up to get more stretch. Breathe in. That foot can go more in line with your body again and come up and over. Oh yeah, this looks good. 10. Breathe into this rib cage. 9. 5. Now either stay here or you could take Madrasana. So hand or forearm down, both legs long, then the top foot back, and then 10. Lift your hip up, even higher. Yeah, there you go. 6, 7, long elbow if you can. On the top arm. That a girl. Did you feel that? Inhale, come on down. Woo! Okay, grab a sip. Terrific job. I'm going to give us a possible crab pose, but what a crab exercise. But what I want you to have as a backup plan is that you're doing a hip stretch. So this is a hip stretch where I'm crisscross applesauce. And what you can do is count to 10 and then switch feet. Or if you want to try the crab exercise with that stretch, you'll hold on to your toes and then you go back and you recross your feet and then you lean forward. So you have to have an even number so that you're doing the equal number of crab stretch. Yeah, and just make of that. Yeah, that was good, Betty, the way you figured out a creative way. So you just figure out, what can I do? And you look for what you can do versus what you cannot do. All right, how about 2 more? Whatever makes you even though. Good girl. 1 more. And exhale. Nice job. All right, we did it. Now the feet go long. Make sure that behind you, you have enough space. So I may end up moving that cup. So we're going to do 3 roll downs. One option is here. One option is here, like a picture frame or the arms in front. Please choose what you're doing for 3. You inhale. Now, if you can, picture frame. That's a harder one, especially right there. Go over and lower. Good. 2. Good. Or bridge. Nice, Betty. I love it. And inhale. Exhale. And we're only doing 3. We're just doing 3 good ones, right? Or bridging, whatever you need to do. Good. Yep. Awesome. Okay, full body stretch, kind of work through it. And we're going to be doing a banana boat series. So I'm going to show you different ways to do it. But if you are already ready for banana boat, you go for it. But I'm going to show a layer. So the first move could be you lift up both legs. All right, that's great. Keep doing those. Or if you're ready to do a banana boat, come up, go to the other side. You can do your double leg lifts, or you could come banana boat. Now we're going to do 4 more. So whatever you're doing, you're just evening up your sides to where whatever you're doing, you're even on the right, you're even on the left. Nice job. Really good job. Grab a sip and we'll add on. We're going to do one. I'm not going to use the foam roller for this, although you can. This is called shoulder taps. So you're going to be on the plank and you want to maintain stability. So that's your goal. Your elbows are underneath your shoulders and your knees are long and strong. Your belly's not drooping, your ears in line with your shoulder. If you care to add on, take your right fingers, tap your left shoulder and come back down. Now your left fingers can go to your right shoulder and come back down. It's a quick tap and then a come back down. A quick tap and a come back down. 5, we're doing 10, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, rest your pelvis and either Sphinx or Swan. So you're stretching out your core, your abs. 10. Breathing. All right. All right, lie on your side. It could look like this, or it could look like this. We're gonna just touch a little hip. So you're gonna go up and then down. So what I'm trying to do here is build our bone density around that hip, and this helps prevent osteoporotic hips, and also helps with balance. Good, lift up through your ribs. 8, good, 9, and 10. All right, now we're gonna lie down on this arm. So your bottom leg is your worker leg. Take your point and then flex on the inner thigh lift. 2, 3. Also, I'm trying to work our ankles, so if you can add that cue of point flex. Good, Betty. Anything we can do for the ankles helps with balance and low back pain prevention. And we are not gonna have stiff ankles. Now we're gonna do everything on the other side. I'm just gonna flip and face you. If you wanna face the other way, go for it. So the first one was elbow underneath you. That makes this one harder. So up, point, flex. Up, point, flex. So it's an inhale and an exhale. Mostly you're breathing. Good, building bone density. And 5, probably feels a little different because we are sagittal plane usually. We don't usually work sideways. Okay, now this arm is your pillow. This leg goes forward. Okay, point as you lift, flex as you go down. Point as you lift, flex as you go down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, good. 8, 9, and 10. Awesome job. Take a lie on your back. Now get comfortable, hands beside your hips. You can do bridges, but if you would like to, right leg up like it's a pencil. Now single bridge, 10 reps on one foot. Go all the way down to your sacrum and to the floor, and then lift it back up. So go all the way down and lift. 4, 5, hips are level. 6, 7, 8, 9. Now we're gonna put that foot down. Lift up your other one. Now we're gonna go up, go all the way down, and 2, 3, 4, lengthen the top leg. 5, good. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, now take both hands to the middle between the knees and hold onto your feet or your inner ankle. And I like to add a little rock here. Try to stretch it out. 10. Let's breathe real deeply. You're stretching out your respiratory muscles when you let the inhale come in your nose and you inflate the diaphragm, ribs, the intercostals, and the chest area. We're gonna do a little leg pulling here. So both feet are down, lift up. You know, you can always do double bridge if you need a backup plan, but if you can lift up a leg and point, and I really want us to work that ankle. Oh, and stretch it out through that calf. 6, 7, 8, 9. And on the 10th one, let that foot down. We're gonna switch it up. You're gonna lengthen through that leg by pointing up, flexing down. Look, 3, looking good. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then lower that foot. Now inhale and lower your hips back down. Take your legs up more towards vertical. And I have a little knee bend for modification. That's the hamstrings getting some slack. That's the move, but if you would like to come up and take 16 single straight leg stretches, you can. Now there's a little extra hamstring stretch. Yeah, way to go, Betty. I was gonna say lift up a hair more and you did it before I could get the words out. Pull your toes back for the next 8. Good, 2 more. All right, take your hands and they'll help you. You kick up. Now, I want to give you a tricep dip option. If this does not serve you, take a figure 4 stretch. The wrists are involved, but I think I told you 2 people in my life had fallen and they broke the wrist. So I want to make sure we have some wrist stimulus, right? So lift up. Now, looks like a table. Now bend your elbows and then straighten your elbows and lift your hips and then bend. Good. You guys are doing great. Up 3. Good. Inhale. Bend 4. We're only doing 10. So that way your wrist has a little stimulus. I don't want you to hurt anything, obviously, but try to find a good balance for you. 7, where you're stimulating the wrist. 8, 9, and then 10. Now let's take a little care for it. You can sit any way you want. Interlace your fingers so you're holding hands with yourself. Massage the carpals. This is one you can do anytime, especially if you do some wrist dominant movements, exercises, hobbies, lifestyles. Good. Now we're going to take the other side of the hand and pull down. That should feel fabulous. So it's shoulder blades down. This is a stretch you do to people after a stroke if they're palsied. So notice how good that feels. Pull back. You got it, guys. Nice. All right, give a little free form shake, grab a sip, and we're gonna do a little core. So if you want your foam roller, you can use it. If you don't have one or don't want one, don't worry, it'll work anyway. You're gonna do a diagonal dolphin. So your hips are gonna lift up to a wall, kind of like to the right and then down and then left. So either way it'll work. Your forearms are down. You're going to lift your hips, but you direct them to the left a bit, and then you go to a plank. Lift your hips and you direct them to the right a little bit. Good. That's great. And then 3. We're doing 10. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, take a little breather. Nice. Let that go. Terrific. And then, do you guys have your hand weights handy? I think I see yours. Does everybody have some hand weights? Polly, do you have yours? We're going to sneak in some weight training. So grab your hand weights that let you do bicep curls. So I'm sneaking them in. I know people are busier near this. I'm going to sneak them in with the calf raise between and then a bite. Yeah, so a little pattern, okay? So a calf and a little, yes, you got it, and a little bicep. And then a pattern of heel raise. Good. Nice. And I'm hoping everyone can join tomorrow, but if you can't, there's just a little thing we're doing here. We won't kill it. Oop, keep going. I just hit my mic and it's down. Mic down. Keep going. A little pattern of bicep, heel raise, bicep, heel raise. One more. Bicep and heel raise. Now, if you can, open up. Pretend you have suitcases. Now I want you to notice how my glutes go low and lift up your heart a little bit, Betty. So your heart, if you were a light, if you were a flashlight, yeah, you're facing me. You're shining your light towards your camera. Yes. Good. Now, if you couldn't do this for some reason, you fell on your knee, you've got swollen joint in your knee, do some calf raises instead with that extra weight. Good. Hard up, we're doing 3 more. Good. Now your glutes are going down. Good. 2, 1 more. Nice. Now feet might be a little bit closer. Go out. We're going to touch 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, you got it, 10. All right, now last 10, it's gonna be like this. Hold, knees soft, so kind of check in with your joints if you want. Now we're doing 10 total, here we go. 1, so we're touching the muscles. So I want you to feel the hormones that go off when you weight train or when you do cardio or when you're taking full breaths. They're also supportive of our immunity, of our wellness. So feel that, how nice that is. 2, 1. Awesome job. Now lower those hand weights for a moment. Terrific. And then take an interlace finger position. I'm going to offer an add-on, but your first move is the interlace. Kind of lift up the arms. If you care to add on, your right leg will stay down, your left leg's back, and maybe just lift your toes an inch. Maybe head down lower. Wherever you are there fully. 10. Breathe in. Exhale to come back. Now, if you want to change it up, whichever pinky was on the outside, you switch. Inhale. Now, this is a lift with the shoulders. Possibly add the other foot lifting or go lower. Whoops. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, keep going. 7, good. 8, 9, inhale, slowly come back. Really good. We're going to sneak in a little yoga. So we did it a little earlier. So inhale up, exhale, the hands come down, take your heels back. Now this is down dog. You can walk your dog by bending one knee and bending the other. Bend one knee and bend the other. Now both heels down, both heels up, both heels down, both heels up, both heels down, and hold. Now I'm going to add on articulation. So you could lift your heels, push your low back up, your middle back, and your upper back, and go into up dog. And then inhale, you're going to tuck your chin, upper back, middle back, lower back, go to down dog. If this is too much, let's do it again. You can do cat-cow, which is on your hands and knees, all fours. So inhale, good. And I like it. You don't have to go fast. You're feeling your bones articulate. So down dog. Lift your heels. Up dog. Tuck your chin. 2 more. I'm just slow and enjoy. You're just slow and enjoying it. Inhale. Looking good, guys. Exhale. All right, lower down, a little child's pose, and then you can pat yourself on the back. So it's an extra tricep stretch. Nice job, Betty. And then pat yourself on the back. 5. Terrific. Inhale. And then exhale. Keep your forearms down, and you're going to do dolphin and hold. Now, if you noticed your calves stretching in down dog, you may feel like it's a little bit of a deeper stretch. So keep pushing your arms into the mat. Keep pressing your heels down. 10, 2, 6, 9, and then 10. Rest for just a moment. Bend the elbows, pat yourself on the back. And come back into the forearms. Now you're long in your knees. You're a plank. Now this is similar. Right knee goes towards the left elbow, and then put the foot back in a plank. Left knee comes in towards the right elbow. Put the foot back in a plank. So we're doing 10, or if you're just doing plank, hold for a long 10. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. and then recover for just a moment. We're gonna be turning to our sides. Grab a sip though, let's grab one. I'm craving one for us. We're gonna do a tree pose on the side as a possibility. So it's up to you, but remember how we did them standing earlier? Your foot could be on your calf or the inner thigh, kind of like how we did them standing. Once you're up, we're just gonna stay put. So get ready and hold. 10, good. 2, stretch out everything. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, big inhale. Exhale, lower your hip. Awesome, that was great. Great job. All right, this is side plank, elbow down. Get ready. You can set your foot up wherever you need for that tree, kind of like when you stood up. 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lower down. Awesome job. All right, we're going to be on our backs for just a moment. When you're down, you can either do a bridge, that's a stage 1, or you could lift your legs and piston one and then the other. And 1. Now ribs down. If that's going okay, hands behind your head. Rotate your torso towards the right elbow towards the left knee, left elbow towards the right knee. Exhale. So any of these fun things. Now you can also pull your toes back for 10. And then right ankle to left thigh. So this is a stretch. Hands through. Add a little rock. Ooh, that feels good, huh? Move your ankles. Okay. Breathe in. 10. And other side. Reach your hands through. All right, leave the left leg pretty long on the floor. Take the right leg up, and then your hands can be like a frame. We're gonna do 5 leg circles each way, but I want you to really enjoy the mobility. So it can be slower if you need to. Just a big, stretchy circle. Of course, we're still maintaining our ribs and shoulder blades to the mat, but just notice a big circle. There is an advanced variation where you take that same side hip off the floor to go across. If you want it, go for it. Either way, let's do 5 highly enjoyable, big range of motion. Just enjoy the mobility. Yeah, make it feel good. And you know, you're pumping lymph right around the inguinal crease, inguinal lymph nodes. Now on the 5th one, your legs up in the air and you're going to point and flex. You can even pull your toes back and hold for a little longer. Love it. Look at that. Yeah, that's wonderful. I like how you grabbed higher if you felt like you could do it. If you want one more layer, you can lift up your shoulder blade and lift up that leg that's near the floor and do a 10 count. This is a hamstring. Yeah, nice, Betty. You can even put your hand behind your head. It's up to you. 8, 7, 6. Good, Polly. Way to take the bait. You got it. Take the harder. All right, here we go. Rest. Love it. Now, the other leg comes up. I want you to enjoy the mobility. We're pumping lymph. We're increasing synovial fluid, that lotion. Now, it's about 5 each way. 5, 4, 3, and go slowly as you need. Now, on the end of that, take your leg up and enjoy it. Now we can pump that, pump that ankle and work your toes here. So you've got, spread the toes, curl through your toes like a bird, and take a, let me see, everybody looks good, good. If you did need a pillow, you could use it. If you want more, lift up your shoulder blades, lift up that other leg. 10. Nice. 5, 6, lift up your head a little bit more, Polly, by your torso. Yeah, here we go, and recover. Woo! Okay, let's take the left leg long, the right knee over, and let your hand be on it so you're stretching. Your right arm's out like a T. Oh, good. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Inhale. Now exhale, come back. Take your right leg long. Take your other knee down. And feel your shoulders, your chest, and your abs or your low back stretching. And then gently come back. We're going to do a pigeon, excuse me, it's not a pigeon, it's a teapot. So the first part is right ankle to left thigh, and you can reach through. And this is such a good stretch, you could do this again, certainly. But if you'd like to add on, since the right foot's in the air, yes, Betty, you just fall over. It's the easiest way. Let your left hand push that knee away from you. Let your right arm go out like a T or a Y. So this is a possibility, or you could just stick with your figure 4 stretch. 10. Ooh, good. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Let the tension melt on way. Go on by. All right, we're going to do that other side. So to set up, touch your ankle to thigh stretch again. And you can stay here or roll over and push that knee away. Take that arm out. Mm-hmm. 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 4. All right. Let that go. And if you would care for your legs up on the wall, you can do that now. If you want to do that with your yoga block, you can too, or with the pillow underneath your sacrum. So whatever. You can also just do, yeah, that's it, up on your counter. That's perfect. If your feet are a little higher than your heart, and let all the worries drift on by. We don't need them. And let all thoughts drift on by. Thoughts are like clouds. They just float on by, but you are like the sky. So take a little wiggle of the fingers and the toes and just slowly make your way up towards a seated position. And I want you to really feel there's a tremendous energy in the power of our emotions and the power of our senses and feeling. So notice how you feel when you take care of your body, when you've done muscle training, when you've increased breathing, focused on breathing and nurturing, notice how empowering that feels. And what we're going to do is a meditation called segment intending. So you can do any energy you're craving, but the next part of your day, the next activity of your day, you're setting an intention. And so my intuition is just, I'm going to stay closely connected to this feeling of powerfulness and well-being. I'm going to maintain that energy as I continue through this next part of my day. So with that, good Monday. I hope you have a beautiful Monday.